This is Jared Horek for today's RacingDigest.com. My Today's Racing Digest video series continues to look at the Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks prep races. This week I'm a little under the weather, been having this cough, I'm trying to get rid of it. So hopefully I can get through this video without having a cough attack. So we'll keep this video a little shorter than normal, but let's just jump back real quick and look at the two preps from Santa Anita last week. The San Felipe Stakes, Authentic looked good wiring the field. Honor AP was a good second. Thought they both ran quality races. Authentic, he put earplugs in, showed good speed again, and he was able to wire the field. Honor AP making his first start in more than 4 months, first start against winners. He had missed the start, missed some work, so that was a big effort for him to finish second. And I think moving forward, maybe to at least to the Santa Anita Derby, Honor AP has just as good a shot as winning that race as Authentic. And then over to the Kentucky Oaks side, we had Donna Veloce make her 3-year-old debut in the Santa Isabel Stakes, and she was able to dominate that race. She looked just much better than her opponents on paper, and she was able to get out there and track the pace and just win easily under a hand ride. She's got a lot of upside for the rest of the year, and she looks like a solid threat as we continue on the road to the Kentucky Oaks. She has more than enough points already to run in that race, and she'll probably make her next start in the Santa Anita Oaks. But let's look at the one race we're going to look at this weekend. We're going to look at the Rebel Stakes. Now at Turfway Park, they're running a couple races, one Derby prep, one Oaks prep, but I'm just going to stick to the Oaklawn race this week. But if you want to read my recaps of the other Derby preps last week, like the Gotham Stakes, Tampa Bay Derby, you can find those over at todaysracingdigest.com. It's part of my Kentucky Derby 2020 blogs, and then also my Kentucky Oaks blogs as well. So you can read all of my recaps of all the points races each week when I recap those over at todaysracingdigest.com. This week we're going to concentrate on the Rebel Stakes, Oaklawn Park Race 10 for Saturday, March 14th. A mile and a 16th on the main track. This is a grade 2. The winner gets 50 points, and that basically is a win and you're in. So the winner of this race will have enough points to run in the Kentucky Derby. Now let's meet the field real quick. Nadal, number 1 for Bob Baffert, 2 for 2. Stepped up and faced Graded Company last time in the San Vicente at 7 furlongs, won that one nicely. Accession, number 2. Didn't threaten in either of his points race appearances at Fairgrounds in his last couple, and he's going to have to run much better to compete with these. Now, number 3, Basin, hasn't run since running away with the Hopeful Stakes last year at Saratoga. This is a long layoff, first start around 2 turns. Hopeful was in the slop. Still, I think a lot of questions here. He couldn't lead the race. We don't know if he really even wants to go 2 turns. We'll see how he does. I don't want to bet him here. A Silver Prospector for Steve Asmussen, and also Basin is also trained by Steve Asmussen. But Silver Prospector, probably a bigger threat in this spot. He's won a couple of points races. Last year, in the slop at Churchill Downs, he won the Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes. Last time out, he won the Southwest Stakes at Oaklawn Park on a fast track. He's got some versatility, he's got some ability, and he's one that is a win contender in this race. No Parole is really the mystery horse for trainer Tom Amos. He won all 3 of his starts easily against Louisiana Bred Company, but now he's going to step up. He's going to face much better foes. Now he's probably going to be up on the pace. We don't know where he fits class-wise, how far he really wants to go. We'll find out a lot more about him in this spot. 3 Technique looks very interesting in here. He always finishes first or second. He stretched out in distance last time out in the mud in the Smarty Jones Stakes. He was wide from the outside post, finished a good second. That was a promising effort. I like the race spacing. They decided to skip the Southwest, and they pointed to this race, and then they're probably going to run the Arkansas Derby if he does well here. So 3 Technique is one that you have to consider a solid threat in here. Now, Coach Bahe is next. He's run well in 2 races on the main track on wet tracks. So if there is a wet track, maybe he can move up. But those were maiden races, and he is improving, but he's going to have to run much better in his first start against winners. He's probably going to be rallying from off the pace. I wouldn't be shocked if he came in somewhere. An American Theorem rounds out the field, coming in from Southern California. He ran twice last year. Broke his maiden at 5.5 furlongs, stretched out at a mile and a 16th in a grade 1 in the American Pharoah Stakes, and he was second behind 8 Rings. 8 Rings ran away with that when American Theorem was a solid second. He's another one coming off the layoff. We don't even know if he really wants to go 2 turns. We're going to find out more about him here. So I think Basin and American Theorem are two that I don't want to play here. We'll wait and see how they do at the distance. I think 3 Technique has some upside. He's one I think you can use. Not sure what we're going to get from No Parole. I want to see him prove his class. Silver Prospector has already proven his class, and he's a solid threat. But I'm going to go with number 1, Nadal. He's my top choice for trainer Bob Baffert. He's removing blinkers in this race. Joel Rosario is going to ride. Rosario's 4 for his last 11 with Baffert with 4 seconds and 2/3. So this is a good jockey trainer team. Baffert, when he ships to Oaklawn Park, is always dangerous with his 3-year-olds. He's done so well over the years, knowing how to which of his 3-year-olds from Southern California fit at Oaklawn Park. And Nadal has good speed. He earned a strong Today's Racing Digest pace rating last time of 171. He's built like a 2-turn horse, and I just think that he's going to be in the hunt throughout. They're either going to go right to the front, or they're going to let No Parole go to the lead, and they're going to track him. But I expect Nadal to run a big race here in his first start around 2 turns, and I think that he's going to remain unbeaten. Now, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, make some comments in the comments section. Who do you like in the 2020 Rebel Stakes at Oaklawn Park? If you're interested in the mini digest, they do the mini digest for $6 for Oaklawn Park, and you can get that Rebel Day at todaysracingdigest.com. Fast Figs will be included in that mini digest. As for the Fast Figs, I use those in multiple videos, and you can, if you want the Fast Figs for this, like I said, you could buy the mini digest, or you can get the Fast Figs by themselves for $3, and you can get that over at todaysracingdigest.com. And also the $39 for 30 days for the Fast Figs if you're interested in that. And if you want to know more about the Fast Figs, read the description in this video. I have some links. You can learn more about the Fast Figs. And hopefully I'll be feeling better next week, and I'll be back in full swing, recapping all these points races from this week, and then jumping ahead and looking at the points races for next week on the road to the Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks for 2020. Until next week, good luck at the races.